Hey, did I tell you?
What?
I got another one of those emails from some woman talking about plural marriage.
What about it?
She's kind of chastising me
Uh-huh.
for deciding to quit plural marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deciding to quit?
Well, she's calling me out and then asking sort of like to get to know us for the purpose of joining the family.
Honestly, some people will always prefer a book to its movie version, and others will feel the opposite. That's just how it is. What matters most is that the creators tried their hardest to make something that stays true to the book, respects the fans, and still works as a great movie on its own. The goal was to make both versions, the book and the film, stand strong individually. Whether someone reads the book first and then sees the movie, or watches the movie and then picks up the book, they should still enjoy both. They were made to complement each other, not to compete. Now, moving on to another situation, there's this ongoing case involving a woman named Blake. She has once again filed for sanctions, which basically means she's asking the court to punish someone she believes didn't follow the rules. This isn't the first time she's done this, it might be the 7th or 8th time. This time, it's about a birth video that Wayfair gave her during the discovery process of her lawsuit. She's saying that what she received isn't the same as what she remembers seeing before. When I saw this new motion, it immediately reminded me of a similar one she filed recently about a supposed smear campaign. In that earlier filing, Blake argued that because the defendants used an encrypted messaging app called Signal, and some messages were automatically deleted, it proved they were hiding evidence and acting with bad intent. She even asked the judge to give her money, jury instructions, and other rulings in her favor, things that are not easily granted. Wayfair, on the other hand, asked for more time to respond, and the judge agreed. Blake didn't object, which made it seem like she might have filed that motion mainly for public attention rather than for legal progress. Now, this new motion about the birth video feels very similar, another attempt to gain sympathy or shape public opinion while her real case struggles. I can relate to this situation because I've been in a similar legal process. In my own case, some claims were dismissed, but others continued. When we asked the court to reconsider certain parts, the judge actually agreed, something that doesn't happen often. While that was happening, the opposing side filed a motion trying to silence me, saying my reporting caused them harm. They even denied being under federal investigation, though we had proof that they were. Sometimes, when people sense they're losing, they throw out dramatic claims to distract the court or paint themselves as victims. That seems to be what Blake is doing now. She's facing serious challenges with her lawsuit. Her case could fall apart because she didn't follow certain legal steps, like filing with the right agencies or naming the correct employer. Instead of taking responsibility, she's suggesting that her losses are due to others withholding evidence, like this disputed birth video. This pattern of filing repeated motions and blaming others looks like an effort to build a story for when things don't go her way. If she loses, she'll likely say it wasn't her fault, but that she was denied fairness. Yet, the real problem might simply be that her claims were filed incorrectly or lacked proper proof. The subpoena that Blake filed against me was eventually withdrawn because she quickly realized it was a mistake. She had filed over 100 subpoenas, which was excessive and unnecessary. Now, Blake is once again asking the court to punish or sanction the Wayfair team for not handing over certain videos and documents. This new motion feels different, though, because it's putting someone named Natasha Heath in a very uncomfortable position. If there really is a longer version of the video that shows more than what was shared, and if it includes sensitive footage of a woman giving birth, it raises serious concerns about privacy. It also makes people question why Blake wants that kind of video made public. In her latest motion, Blake, referred to as Miss Lively, asks the judge to punish Jamie Heath under Rule 37 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. She claims that he didn't follow a court order from August 27 that required him to turn over specific materials. According to her, Jamie showed her a video of his wife giving birth at home, completely nude, without warning or her consent. Blake says he was supposed to hand over that video by September 2025, but instead, he only provided a short 3-minute clip that was mostly blacked out. Because of that, she insists that the full version is still being hidden from her. Blake's main argument is that what she remembers seeing isn't the same as what Jamie has shared. She says he's withholding evidence that could prove her claims. His lawyers argue that they've already followed the court's order and that they don't need to hand over anything more. Blake, however, insists that this is not just a matter of legal interpretation, it's a factual dispute. In legal terms, that means if two sides disagree about the facts of what happened, the case usually has to go to trial rather than being dismissed early. So Blake is trying to convince the judge that there are still open questions that only a jury can decide. She's essentially saying, "That's not what I saw," while Jamie says, "That's exactly what I showed you." This keeps the case alive and prevents it from being thrown out before trial. She also argues that she was treated unfairly during Jamie's deposition, or questioning under oath, because she didn't have all the videos she needed to ask him the right questions. Blake portrays herself as the victim, claiming she was denied key evidence and couldn't properly challenge him. Wayfair, on the other hand, says that everything about the situation has already been addressed. They confirmed that Jamie did show Blake a video from his wife's home birth, but they say it was done to demonstrate how a scene in the movie should look. They also provided screenshots, text messages, and a short version of the video, claiming that it was artistic, not inappropriate. Blake insists the clip doesn't match her memory and keeps repeating that the full video is being hidden. What she really wants is for the court to force Jamie to turn over all versions of the video and to stop him from giving any testimony about it in the future. That would mean only her side of the story could be heard. In short, Blake's motion is another attempt to frame the situation as a factual disagreement rather than a legal one, keeping her case alive. By doing this, she hopes the judge will see it as something that must be decided by a jury, based on her version of events, rather than dismissing the case entirely. Blake once filed a subpoena against me, but she later withdrew it after realizing she had made an error. She had already sent out more than 100 subpoenas, which was far too many and made little sense. Now, she is back in court again, trying to have the Wayfair team punished for allegedly refusing to hand over some videos and documents. This new motion feels different because it places another person, Natasha Heath, in a very uncomfortable and possibly embarrassing situation. If there really is a longer version of the video that shows more than what has been shared, and if that footage includes private and intimate moments from a woman's home birth, it raises serious questions about respect and privacy. It also makes people wonder why Blake wants such sensitive material to be part of a public record. In her latest court filing, Blake, who goes by Miss Lively in the documents, asks the judge to punish Jamie Heath for supposedly not following an earlier court order. That order, dated August 27th, required him to give her certain materials related to the case. Blake claims Jamie once showed her a video of his wife giving birth, and that the woman was completely naked in the footage. She says this was done without any warning or her permission. According to Blake, Jamie was supposed to provide that same video by September 2025, but instead, he only gave her a 3-minute clip that was mostly blurred or blacked out. Because of that, she believes the full recording still exists and is being deliberately kept from her. Her main argument is that the short video doesn't match what she remembers seeing. She accuses Jamie of hiding evidence that could support her claims, while his attorneys argue that they have already followed the judge's instructions exactly as written. Blake says this isn't just a matter of following the law, it's a disagreement about the facts. In legal terms, a factual dispute means that both sides have different stories about what really happened, and when that happens, the case usually must go to trial instead of being dismissed early. Blake is trying to show the judge that this situation still has unanswered questions that only a jury should decide. She insists her memory of the video is correct, while Jamie maintains that what he turned over is the same thing he once showed her. This difference in accounts keeps the case alive and stops it from being thrown out before reaching trial. She also claims that she wasn't given a fair chance during Jamie's deposition, the formal questioning under oath, because she didn't have access to all the videos she needed to properly question him. She presents herself as being wronged, saying she was denied key evidence that could have strengthened her side. Wayfair, however, argues that the issue has already been dealt with. They admit that Jamie did show Blake a video of his wife's home birth, but they say it was only to give her an idea of how a movie scene should look. They provided screenshots, text messages, and a short version of the video, insisting it was artistic, not inappropriate or sexual. Still, Blake says that what she was shown before looked completely different and that the short clip doesn't match her memory. She keeps pushing for the judge to make Jamie release every version of the video and to stop him from talking about it further. That would mean only her story could be considered, without his response. Overall, her motion looks like another effort to turn a legal disagreement into a factual one, keeping her lawsuit alive. By doing this, Blake hopes the judge will believe the case should be decided by a jury based on her version of events, rather than dismissed before it even reaches trial. Leave a comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an update.